there guys, Sam Leterna, your host of Wrestle Tea with another episode live from Warriors of Wrestling. Tonight I have here with me none other than Gangrel.
Yeah, what's going on? I'm happy to be here. Good to see you. It's always great to be back in the great state of New York, especially in Brooklyn.
Oh yeah. I noticed you like doing that a lot. I've seen that in interviews.
Yeah, around a lot of Islanders, Samoans, and whatnot.
So you functioned as the leader of the Brood.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
And in that function of like the leader on TV, did you also function as like a mentor of sorts to Edge and Christian? Did you guys ride together? Was there that kind of synergy, or was it just a television kind of deal?
I rode with them. Like, my main purpose, WWE or WWF at the time told me, was to blend mostly Edge in, to get everybody to like Edge, keep them things, show them the ropes, because I had been around so long. I actually been wrestling since 1987. I've been doing stuff with WWF off and on since there and over. So I knew all the older guys and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I don't look at myself as a mentor or anything, but I was definitely there, coincide with each other and helping out.
And as far as your time with the Brood goes, would you say that the faction that you've most enjoyed being a part of, or storyline you've most enjoyed out of like WCW, ECW, working in Japan?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because well, in Japan, I started out as the Blackhearts under a mask in All Japan, which started out in Stampede Wrestling first, and then went to All Japan. But the whole vampire thing, yeah, it was kind of cool to finally see it evolve in WWF, where they finally got the idea. Everybody wanted to keep it a monster, make it a monster character, which, yes, vampires are monsters, but I wanted them to be cool like the Lost Boys. So when they did the vampire thing and they started making it kind of cool, and then I kept pitching this whole Lost Boy thing. I said, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you just got to be cool doing it, and people will not care.
Absolutely.
They're like, no, well, we don't get it. But then they finally, they did it anyways, and then it was like one of those quiet storms to this Brood, and it got over. They didn't expect it to. It was just a way to bring Edge in and stuff, and the Hardys. It was just a whole.
Wound up working out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was by far that was my favorite. Yeah, it was what a great group of guys. Edge and Christian. Christian can put a match together with anybody. Edge is just tremendous, and then the Hardys. They're still going today. What Matt is, and I think Jeff's be back soon. So they're tremendous.
You have become synonymous with Luna Vachon, and I'd imagine that you know a lot about Luna, and maybe could speak for what she might think of this women's revolution that's been happening with all of the competition in women's wrestling now. Do you think that Luna would want to get back in if she were still around?
Well, 100%. I think she would. She loved wrestling with all the heart. It was an injury that forced her out of wrestling and had her stick to more of a managerial and doing appearance things towards the end, because she had the same thing at Edge, the spinal narrowing column and stuff like that. So it was pretty serious where it came to the point they said, no, you can't wrestle anymore.
Yeah.
But what would she think of it? I think she'd be torn down the middle, because there's a whole lot of what ifs out there, because she truly, truly loved the art of pro wrestling, and she protected it, and she respected it, and she treated it, she believed like pro wrestlers were royalty, and you should carry yourself as royalty, but at the same time, you're gladiators too. You got an extra pint of blood that nobody else has. No normal man outside or woman outside of pro wrestling has this extra pint of blood, but we do. And she believed that, that we were special and beyond belief. Not gods, but that we were special. And so I think she'd be torn down the middle, but she'd definitely want to get in there. I think a lot of people would be in trouble, because she'd probably whip a lot of people's butts.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But I think she'd be happy though, where you could see cool opportunity. They're headlining stuff, their main event, pay-per-views and stuff like that. So I think she'd be super, super proud and super stoked to see where that is now. I really love that and miss that art of that wrestling. But again, I understand it's an entertainment world to a degree at the same time, but I think you still should have some kind of passion for it. But the women, I have a school, a training facility, Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum, in Florida, Dania Beach, Florida. And I got to tell you, I'm nothing against my guys, but the girls train harder. And the ones I have are heart and passion, and they put the sweat and time in, and they outwork the men. I mean, I'm not against you guys if you're watching this, but they do outwork you. They do outwork you. So that says a lot, I think, what wrestling is today for women.
Absolutely, yeah. Anything you guys can do, we can do better.
Or make it look better.
Or make it look better, yeah. Depends on the situation.
No, you work hard, you do it, it's equal opportunity,
Absolutely, yeah. And there's different avenues, I guess, for women in wrestling. Everyone has their spot.
A lot of different routes and a lot of different ways to go. I mean, I really respect the ones that really put the work in and stuff like that, and have passion and know the history of it. If you walk up to them and say like, out there today you got Barry Horowitz. If they wouldn't know who Barry Horowitz is, I'd be like a little perturbed. They're like, what do you mean you don't know who Barry Horowitz?
Yeah, you have to know. You have to know the whole history and how it's evolved.
You know, I think you should give a civil exam when you have a training facility, a wrestling school, like the post office. Like they should know the history of wrestling. They should go back to a few decades back, at least. You know, but you know when they start out with I don't know, maybe John Cena, you're like, oh, okay, but how about before? And then they can't go any further than that. You're like, come on, guys. I truly believe wrestling's a cycle. So it's at one point right now. I believe 5-6 years now. It's going to slowly curve back. It'll come back around. Maybe it won't be as quick as 5 or 6, but 8 or 9. It'll be back to pro wrestling. So if you're training everybody, give them that base and the basics and a good foundation, and they're going to learn all that other stuff anyways. They're going to do the flips and whatever later on. You know, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
But they have that. They're going to be ahead of everybody when it comes back around to wrestling with promos and good old things. And you'll see that a good promo and good basics will stick out over all the other stuff. People will connect to that because they understand it and they understand it. There's something they can connect to. You know,
That like emotional value, not
yeah,
just like flipping and stuff.
well, if you're in a match and you're doing a match and you don't understand it, how do you expect people to understand it? And you're supposed to be a professional. So if you're back there going, oh my God, imagine what the people are doing. They're like, huh? You know, but you know, I'm a good old-fashioned guy. I love a heel, I love a face, I love a good storyline, some controversy.
You've been around quite a long time, like you said. You've been wrestling since 1987, about 30+ year career.
Yeah, 33 in September.
33,
I think so.
nice.
It mattered, right?
And you've been in all of the major companies, which a lot of people cannot say. What do you
Well, I've
think?
had a cup of coffees.
A cup of coffee and different companies.
But I was there
different
technically,
countries.
yeah, different countries.
Absolutely.
It's easier to name the countries I haven't been to than the countries I have been.
You have so much longevity in this industry. I feel like in order to have succeeded and been doing this as long as you have, people have to have respect for you. You have to have made a lot of friends. You have to have been a good worker. What do you think has kept you around so long, kept you going? You're still getting bookings
Well, I
all
think,
over the place.
Well, a lot of it is still bookings now currently because that run in WWF with the Gangrel and the Brood team was such a strong run. People remember it, and it's a memorable character, almost iconic in a way. A lot of shows I still get along with people. I think a lot of it is to do that I was trained by Boris Malenko and how to bump and be able to wrestle. So you avoid. I've had injuries. I broke my neck. I've been out. I've not avoided injuries, but I think bumping gives you longevity. And when you bump proper and you work proper, a lot of the guys enjoy working with you. If you stay humble, I think you gotta stay humble. When you lose that aspect of everything, you know, it's, you know, I say everything about professional wrestling is real except for the finish. You know, we're gonna get beat up. It's like 5 car accidents in a match, but you know who wins or loses, so you need to stay humble. Don't get caught up in the hype.
And my last question is...
I'm saying you got some questions.
My very last question. You're going to be appearing on April 4th at Danhausen War Horses, what is it called? Let's see, WrestleVania, sponsored by the Collective. What do you make of that? What can we expect from the GAYTANIC Brood?
That's it. You know, it threw me off. I saw that pop up in the timeline. I go like, now I've known APOC or Ryan, whatever. I've known Dissension or whatever they're called now. I've known it forever. And that's what we're saying. But what threw me off is when it said GAYTANIC Brood. I went, wait. I've known Iffy for like 3 years. I didn't know he was gay. I just thought he wore fishnets. That was normal in wrestling. I didn't think he would even know. And I'm like, well, certainly isn't Danhausen. I know he has a girlfriend, but I guess he's the satanic guy, and I'm just the Brood, so the GAYTANIC Brood. Okay. I was thrown off, but it seems to it has a lot of buzz going on. And,
Definitely, yeah.
I am definitely looking forward to it if I can stay up to 12:59 tonight or 11:59 or whatever.
Oh, is it one of
It's one of the late ones,
right?
yeah. It's vampires, I guess.
Yeah, you know.
But I don't know, I'm getting to be an older vampire. Kind of like my band. But no, I'm looking forward to it. And Danhausen, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. And if he's a great guy, and of course, what do they call that? Dissension? They still call it Dissension?
I don't think
But,
they're using the name.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're
But
called.
the Ascension, for lack of
Right.
a better term
Ascension.
for
So,
it.
like, they're great guys. I've known Ryan forever. So, and I tagged with APOC before.
Oh, really?
In
Okay.
Canada, we were a tag team with Kevin Thorne. We're called the Brotherhood. So we got history. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to it. So it should be an interesting match. It should be a lot of fun.
Gangrel, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on Wrestle Tea. I really
All
appreciate
right, cool. Am I gonna see you April 4th?
Yes, you are going to
All
see
right,
me.
and hopefully I see all you guys April 4th, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans. And thank you for being fans, because we can't do it without you.